Walking in the lane with some little things gonna get us right tonight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talking Tonight. We have another great episode for you guys here today. I am Deijon here with David Holiday. Another great episode for you guys here today. We're going to be talking about why is the COVID-19 vaccine scaring so many people, especially African Americans. So, let's get right into it. I think this is an amazing subject.
So, my research.
So, why do you think everyone is so scared of this vaccine?
So, to answer your question, and again, got to play devil's advocate a little bit here. Okay. I'm going to just start saying some words, some reasons why.
I'm a little nervous about this. I haven't heard.
Forgive me because I don't have my glasses on here. AIDS.
Yeah.
Crack. Okay. Driving while black. The government, the general way that they've treated black people over the years. Jim Crow. Slavery. Etc., etc. So it's one of those things where I think a lot of black people are like, well, hold on, let's see what happens first, and I won't mind being second in line. That's just my opinion.
I actually have to agree with you on this. I think that it's scary because, okay, you look at how African Americans are treated. I mean, they didn't even want to give us the flu vaccine.
Did not. Go look at it.
So I think that's got to be factored in there. You think of the Hispanic community, and you just think about how they're treated. I mean, we had a Cheeto Puff in the office who wanted to build a wall, for God's sakes. So
partially built.
So I think that we have to think about those things and how much racism plays a factor in this. Because even though we don't want to believe it, some of the doctors that are treating you and some of the doctors who will be distributing this vaccine, they could be racist. Let's just be honest. We don't know what people say in their homes. We don't know.
And I think that's a perfect reason to leave some comments below. This feels like one of those that will probably need to read the comments and maybe even have a follow-up video because it's kind of serious.
Not this is serious. I mean, this is as someone with lupus, I obviously want to be protected. Certain medicines like hydroxychloroquine protect, that's like the fight against COVID. But me not being on that anymore, it's like, okay, you really have to be careful out here. Like this is not a game. You have to be extremely careful. So with that being said, I also have to be extremely cautious with the vaccine because
it's a tough one.
I want to be second in line, maybe third.
I think the main thing is it's definitely, no matter what you want to say, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Obviously, the vaccine literally is one-size-fits-all. It's not like they have a certain vaccine for people that may have lupus or people that may have diabetes,
right,
or people that may be black. Or so on and so forth. There was a vote on this vaccine that's being released next week. And one of the doctors who voted against it is 30-year. She's been a virologist for 30 years, Dr. Fuller at the University of Michigan, and she voted against it. Again, did a little research. I implore you to do so as well. She wanted at least 2 more months of research. That's all that's one of the main things she said. And again, she's been a virologist for 30 years. I'm going to kind of lean towards what she said. So
I'm going to definitely agree with that. I mean, this is not just, no side effects, just take it in the arm, go home. I don't want to be one of the first people to wake up with bat wings from a vaccine. Like, I'm not.
And we are not saying that you're going to have bat wings.
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, you can have an eye in the middle of your forehead by the end of this. Like, we don't want that.
Nothing has ever been rolled out this quickly. We completely understand the urgency of it. But at the same time, science is science. You do have to run trials. You do have to see how people are reacting.
Different people, because no one is the same.
And not to scare everyone, but again, just literally 5 minutes of research here on Google. England, which released it a week and a half ago, they did stop the speed of their rollout because there were some adverse effects. Again, don't want to scare anybody. I'll let you look it up for yourself.
Now, adverse effects. I don't want any, like the worst side effect I've had with the flu shot was you get a pain in your arm for maybe a day or two.
It was a little worse than that.
It's like
some people were having reactions to it, autoimmune reactions, convulsions, and the like. But again, not everyone. But at the same time, I don't think it should be mandatory.
I don't think that this needs to be rushed at all. Like this is not something that can be rushed. This is something that COVID-19 is a monster in itself.
Absolutely.
The last thing we need is a dysfunctional vaccine that makes everything worse. Like we don't need that.
That is right. So now this that I'm about to kind of read over a little bit, this is from the FDA directly. It's obviously not on the current vaccine because it literally just rolled out, but the flu vaccine, the most popular flu vaccine over the last 10 years, on the actual, insert when you first get it, it says that allergic reactions are very possible. If you're allergic to eggs, if you have a history of food allergies, of reacting to shots and things of that nature, you should not take it. Pregnant women should not take it. Children under a certain age should not take it. Things of that nature. And anaphylactic shock is one of the
okay.
You know what that is?
Yes, that's why my eyes got a little.
And again, we're talking about a small percentage, but
it's still a possibility.
If we're talking about COVID, believe it or not, we're also talking about a small percentage of people that are like severely affected by it. So it's definitely something that you just got to do your own research on.
Absolutely.
We're definitely not telling you one way or the other, but we also don't think that anybody else should be able to tell you one way or the other.
Like, this should not be something that is mandatory. This is not something that should be, if you don't get this, you can't go to work. This should not be one of those
Comment below.
Like, this should not be one of those things, in my opinion. Like, this is so much bigger than that, because it's more serious than anything we face.
That is right.
And nothing has been rolled out this quickly. Like you said, this is a pandemic.
Unprecedented, and unfortunately, those who are taking it, and believe me, it's your right to take it, you are the last part of the trial, whether you know it or not.
So get your life.
So just be healthy, take vitamins and minerals, exercise, get sunlight for your immune system, because no matter what, and again, just a little bit of research about virology, when you get a virus, the only thing that cures it is your immune system, period. The vaccine is just to help your immune system. Another way to help your immune system is to, again, be healthy. And again, there's so much more science on that. Do your research.
Now, this joke is probably extremely...
We live our truth here. Say it.
It's extremely wrong, but I'm going to say it. If you grow bat wings, do not eat them. That's how we got in this predicament in the first place.
Bats are crazy. So,
let's not do that.
The last bit of research I did was a bunch of peer-reviewed studies. You can look them up yourself.
Yes.
JAMA, the Journal of American Medical Administration. Forgive me for not knowing the...
DPS. I'm not even going to try. I know what it is, but I'm not going to...
But in all of the research, so they did this one study where they looked at a bunch of different flu shots over the course of 20 years. Okay. And basically, if you give 1,000 people the flu shot, and you give 1,000 people a placebo of the flu shot, at the end of the year, you go back and you see, who got sick, God forbid, who died, and so forth and so on. When you get the flu shot, in general, about 30% of the people are going to end up getting the flu, even though they got the shot. If you get the placebo, guess what the average percentage is of people that end up getting the flu? 33%. So again, I'll give you better numbers. 1,000 people take the shot, 300 get the flu. 1,000 people don't take the shot, 330 get the flu.
It's not that big of a difference.
It is not that big of a difference.
As one of the people who has done that before taking this. Like, I took the shot. 2 days later, I'm in the bed. Like, it's not fun. This is before lupus, obviously, but still.
I literally got this shot back in like the late 90s. Got crazy sick. I will never forget that. It's the sickest I've ever been. And, haven't had the flu since. Haven't had this shot since. Just leave it. That's just me, though.
Ding, ding, ding.
You make your own decision. I think what we can agree on, and we'll see what you guys say down below, is that for any government or any person at all to tell you what you can and can't do with your own body,
it's ridiculous.
Thank you, sir. Let's see. I think we've gone over our usual 10 minutes. We could probably go for another 10, but I think we got some fodder for any further discussion below. Probably going to be a part 2.
I think this is a definite part 2 topic.
Go to Google, people.
You got to do your research on this. So with that said, we've gone over our time. So we're going to close this episode out. Please do your research, people. Please let us know what you think down below in the comments. If you guys follow me on any other social media, please talk to me and let me know, and I will bring it here so we can talk about it further. This has been a great episode of Talking Tonight. Deijon, David Holiday. We will see you guys next time. We got some more fire coming for you. New music out now. Big Splash is out right now. Go stream that on all musical platforms. And more new music coming very, very, very soon. So, with that said, we must bid you adieu.
Deuces.